I'm Jesse. I'm a student here at the Other Side Academy. I've been here just over 4 years. Um, a little bit about my background. Um, when I was a young child, I always felt like I had the need to fit in. Didn't feel like I really belonged, and so that kind of led me to do things that I wasn't raised to do. Kind of outside the normal. I was raised LDS. We'd go to church, and I had friends that were skateboarders, and I got into skateboarding, and I wanted to be accepted by them. I wanted to be liked, and so I would, lie to my parents so I could go hang out with them and try to get their approval. Growing up, I was really timid and nervous and scared a lot of the times, and felt really insecure about who I was. Uh, and that led into my teenage years. I got into skateboarding and wanted to fit in with this certain group, and they would kind of make fun of me because I wasn't able to hang out on Sundays or hang out late nights and stuff like that. So I would start lying to my parents so I could go out there and make them, hoping that they would like me. It led, later on in my teenage years, 16, 17, to, some of those friends were experimenting with, pills and marijuana and stuff, and, I was insecure and wanted to fit in and wanted them to think I was cool, so I started trying it, not really knowing what it was or what the effects were going to be, and so it started on a path of being more sneaky and lying to my parents, and eventually my parents started catching on, and when I was 17, they sent me to my first rehab, and when I was 18 at that rehab, I decided that I was done with it, because I didn't legally have to be there because I wasn't, under that certain age.
Yeah.
But they made a stipulation if I didn't finish it that I couldn't come home, so I chose to not go home, and had friends come pick me up, and that kind of started the couch surfing and all these different moves and not knowing what I was going to do next.
How did you come here to the other side?
So, from 17 and 18 to 27, I was in and out of jail and in and out of programs, different states from my drug use and my decisions. I ended up getting into harder drugs and really spiraling out. This last time before coming to the Other Side Academy in 2016, I was in St. George and got kicked out of a sober living down there. I didn't know anybody down there, and so almost wandering the streets, not knowing what to do, and obviously got in with the wrong crowd, and because that's what I was attracted to my whole entire life, trying to fit in with people, and it got really scary and really dark. Found myself sleeping, under sheds at random churches, and trying to stay in hotel rooms with people I didn't even know because I just was so lost that luckily I was on probation and didn't check in, and they arrested me and sent me back up here to Utah County, and eventually maybe a month later of kind of doing that same cycle up here again, I finally had enough. I was in the hospital 3 times in about a week. My sister had found out about the Other Side Academy about I want to say March of 2016.
Yeah.
They were trying everything to get me to go, and I just was being stubborn, obviously. But that week, of just going in and out of the hospital, I finally broke down when the nurse told me I had to go, and I didn't know where to go. So I remember my dad saying, if you want to go to this place, we'll give you a ride. Mo, interviewed me, and Dave interviewed me, and they weren't going to accept me, but luckily there was a student that knew me from before in the interview, and said that I treated this guy really bad in the past, and if I deserve a shot, he deserves a shot, and so they accepted me. I was kind of still in a shock kind of state because I didn't really know what I got myself into, but as I stayed here, for a little while and started realizing that this place is the real deal, that they accept me for who I am, knowing that I've made all these mistakes and these conscious
Mm.
decisions to hurt people.
Yeah.
But they knew that they saw something in me. This other
Yeah.
student saw something in me.
Yeah.
And so it's just, that's one of the reasons I've stayed so long, is that this place has given me a purpose. I'm the department head of our corporate development team, and we
Yeah.
reach out for in-kind donations. So whatever we can get donated for house needs helps us save on costs, so we can, help fund, things like the Other Side Village, or all
Right.
these other construction projects expanding. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it also teaches us how to get on the phone and kind of be vulnerable with donors and
Yeah.
make those relationships over the phone with people. We have a
Mhm.
lot of people that donate consistently to
Yeah.
us, that love what we're doing, and so it's given me, the opportunity to fill in a leadership position where, before here I
Yeah.
never had that.
You know what it's like to not know where you're going to sleep, not know where your next meal is from. So, what would it have meant to you to have a support system like the Other Side Village?
I think it would have been a game changer, knowing that, I'm struggling out here on the streets, but there's a place that's willing to give me a shot and give me a chance and give me a sense of community. I think a lot of the homeless that are out there just want a sense of community, and this will give that purpose to them. Be able
Yeah.
to live in a neighborhood and not just let people walk all over you, hold them accountable, but at the same time be cordial and be friends with them, because I think real friends and real neighbors will hold each other accountable and not feel like they're being attacked and
Yeah.
stuff. It's a sense of community.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jesse, for sharing your story. I really appreciate it. It was amazing talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.